This channel is supported by TrueFire. TrueFire is an online library of lessons from some of my favourite players. There's thousands of lessons on there. You can use the promo code JNC40 to get 40% off of any of their courses. My name's Cordy, this is a lot of shit, and here's a legato, obviously. You know, on this channel I do a bunch of kind of legato based lessons. This is another one of these that was sort of requested, an extension of something that I've already done before for a chat from Patreon. It's inspired by the Tim Miller 212 Arpeggio approach. Now, TrueFire actually have a full course on this. Obviously, they sponsor this channel, and for that reason I like to sort of tell you about various bits and pieces on there that I think are cool. So check that out. I think you can get 40% off if you use the code JNC40. There's tabs and all that sort of stuff. Really cool, inspiring lesson. There's also an all-access pass if you're interested in that, where you can get access to all of these things. That's what I get for being a sponsor. That's one of the things. And so I go in there and I just sort of pick and choose bits and pieces that are interesting to me, whether that's Andy Timmons, Robin Ford, Tim Miller, Tommy Emmanuel, Mike Dawes, Tim Lurch, all the Tims. But yeah, if you just check that out, the link below. If you find it from this channel, then I get a little kickback, and helps me pay for more of these. JNC40 is the code, thanks to TrueFire. Now, there are other videos on Legato on the channel, so feel free to check out the lessons and playlists, do the thing that makes you happy with those. Now, one of the things that I like to try and do with the legato stuff is get away from things that are obviously just straight up and down stuff like that, you know, that I used to practice a lot as a kid. What I've realized is that some of the stuff that I really like is a little bit less
of that sort of thing, and a little bit more kind of all over the place. So this approach comes from Tim Miller's creative arpeggio design, and the idea is that you sort of take 2 notes on one string set, 1 on the next, 2 on the next, then 1. Wait. So you go 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and that kind of thing. And the idea being that you take like a 3 note per string and you play your 2 lowest notes on the first string, 1, 2, 3. So that would be your permutation. This would be the next permutation. So you go 2, 1, 2, and then on the next string, play the third. Then next string up, play the first 2, then play the third. Next 2, third. So you're not playing 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You're playing 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So you're sort of jumping through the shape. Now, that's the basic kind of principle. What I was thinking was that I wanted to put together a kind of a bit of a longer thing, and I was messing around with an idea. And in B flat, what I'm going to do is start on the 9. So we start here on the 3rd fret, and then kind of imagine this is the whole scale. So now what I'm going to do, and what we're going to do is this. So 2, 1, 2, 1, and then at the top I'm going to do something different. So then 1, 2, 3rd fret A string, 5th fret A string, 7th fret D string, 3rd fret G, 5th fret G, 6th fret B, 3rd fret E, 5th fret, and we come back down the same. And then to make it even, we come down to our B flat here at the 6th fret, and then you can just repeat again. This feels really unfamiliar to me still. But you've got these string jumps happening. You could hybrid pick it like Tim Miller does. I find that very difficult, so I just kind of economy pick. You also would notice that if you started this on the 6th fret instead, so we just kind of shift the pattern, you get like a variant of a B flat arpeggio. So the next step for me is that I take that overall shape and I imagine then what it's going to look like if I played that same formula but in the next note available up on the scale. So I'm here, I'm going to go to here, and then here. And again, this is new to me, so feels really, really kind of strange sometimes. And you hear there's all of those little flavours. That I wouldn't have come across, maybe could creep into my playing. That's the concept. I hope it helps you. The tabs for that across the whole neck, I'll put up on Patreon if you're interested. I would sign up for that tomorrow rather than today if you're thinking of doing it. Otherwise you'll get charged twice. But yeah, that's kind of the idea. Those 2-1-2 patterns kind of extended and created into these larger arpeggios that are a bit unusual and don't sound like the normal arpeggios that you might play. Hopefully that was a lesson that you found slightly interesting. Cheers.